Thank you, Chairman. On the continuing subject of economic calamity, and with respect to climate change, have most of the world's major central banks warned about a carbon bubble that could burst and damage the world economy?
You and I have talked about this. I believe around 18% retraction is an estimate out there that would be catastrophic to economies.
And separately, have Freddie Mac, the big American mortgage company, and others warned of a coastal property values crash related to climate and sea level rise that would cascade through the entire national economy?
Senator, I know you know this more than anyone given the state you're from, but it is an absolute crisis waiting to happen.
And are those not both the sort of economic crises that come on suddenly with a sudden collapse? It's the nature of bubbles and crashes when things go wrong that it happens catastrophically and dramatically, is it not?
That is correct, but we do know it's coming, which is why we have to do something about it.
Precisely. Thank you for making that a point in this hearing. With respect to mental health, does the administration agree that children's mental health and addiction-related mental health issues, recovery, and police encounters with individuals involved in mental health crises are three important places to focus new investment in mental health?
Thank you for asking that. The mental health proposal does many things. It not only is the right thing to do for those suffering from mental health issues, but it helps in our community violence issues, and it also helps with our addiction issues. So there are many reasons to make major investments.
With respect to the billionaire minimum income tax, I would just like to propose to you that you keep your mind open to the prospect of the so-called Buffett rule, supplementing the billionaire's minimum tax. It has very broad support, and it relates to people who make, it starts when you're making over $1 million a year, and it kicks in fully when you're making $3 million a year, and it's, again, a basic minimum tax to make sure that people who have those kind of resources aren't paying a lot of lawyers and lobbyists and tax advisors to end up paying lower tax rates than firefighters, and nurses, and teachers.
We will absolutely keep that in mind.
And my last point, again, coming from Rhode Island, and speaking on behalf, I think, of many coastal states, we've discussed this already, but the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers has a very significant account that is called its Inland and Coastal Spending Account. And it has run an average of $1.36 billion for inland projects, compared to $113 million for coastal projects. So for every dollar that this fund sends to inland flooding projects, it has only a penny or less available for coastal flooding projects. And this is obviously a matter of great concern, not just to Rhode Island, but to coastal states everywhere. I think our friends from Louisiana are seeing the highest rate of coastal loss and erosion of any state in the country. And the fixation of the Army Corps only on inland flooding, with sea level rise and storm surge making the risk to coastal communities so much worse, is something that I would urge this administration to address. It is not addressed in this budget. I think as a policy matter, we need to figure out how to get more revenues to coastal communities to deal with the threats that they're looking at that a decade ago, 20 years ago, people would have thought were unfathomable, but are now so real that entities like Moody's are baking that into their rating for communities' debt.
And Senator, I've told you privately, I will tell you publicly, we will talk to Army Corps about this, but also you have my commitment to talking to and working with the Appropriations Committee. The budget is the beginning of the process, so we have a long way to go before this is enacted into law.
Dollars for inland compared to pennies for coastal does not seem fair. Thank you, Chairman.